Where last we left our vampires, several of them had entered the caves beneath the city in order to speak with a business partner of theirs. Uh, Shortly after, a bit of a brawl broke out, appropriately enough in a boxing hall. Benedict had been kind of accidentally sicked upon by a large, gangly sailor, Scottish descent, wiry, no one caught his name, who was looking for a number of escaped slaves. The slaves being the subject matter of the conversation with the business partner. Our vampires are metaphorically in bed with one Hubert Putter. The last conversation of the evening having to do with the brawl breaking out, the plans going forward, the place where these escaped slaves were going to be kept, and then the mysterious darkness hovering around the man's being, and the innermost nature of his thoughts, pried into upon by Kemrutai's vampiric magics. Additionally, our coterie, learned that there is going to be a wedding soon between Francois Godinaire, Christophe's former squire and still fairly good friend, and what was her name? Lottie Silver in Fantasia, a town about 2 hours ride from, uh, uh, Freehaven. And preparations in that regard have been sort of moving. I believe that's the long and short of it.
Yes.
So with that, I will return the initiative and the story, control of the story, over to my vampires. It is currently April 14th. The wedding is on the 23rd. Oh no, his name is Oscar Hood, right. Saw my notes.
Oh, the first maid name?
The guy who got into a fight.
Yes. Christophe.
Are you finally gonna stop shouting stuff?
Yes, sure. But can we make a stop at the wherever these people are being kept?
Hmm?
I need to see something, just to be sure.
I mean,
Look, she's leaning closer. I doubt anyone normal would be able to go hand in hand like that with Benedict. All right, I just want to make sure.
man was definitely big, but sure thing. Just I thought to talk to Gorman about it. Don't necessarily know where they put them.
Um, After all this time, would we be able to know where they keep the prisoner usually?
That's a question. Roll me intelligence plus. What should I have you roll in addition to that? Roll me intelligence plus. Let's call it politics. See how good your memory is.
Try rolling two, I guess. Oh.
Well. That... Kem, you have no idea. Christoph, you've had conversations with, what's his name? Strock. Strock, no. It was... a million NPCs, comment. Vorman, Gabriel Vorman, about this, and eventually they settled on, well, since the mayor wanted his theater so badly and no one's using it right now, that they were going to just lock people in its basement when they're accused of petty crimes and need to be held overnight.
Now that you mention it, I think I know where they might be.
Oh,
It's a
lead
good,
the way.
I had a good idea. How about you, Benedict? You're gonna turn him into a boxing ring? Still got some cleanup?
Benedict?
Oh, sorry, I was muted. Could you repeat? Could you repeat that, please?
Well, Ken wants to go visit the troublemakers. You coming with? If you wanna put some salt into the wound.
Yeah, I definitely want to see them again.
Oh dear.
What's
Lead
going
the
on?
way.
Right. You head to the theater, and Vorman's not there. He's... This time of night, probably leading a patrol somewhere, or at home asleep. It's not like shortly before sunrise, but it's past midnight. And you're not particularly up to date on his exact rotation for who has what patrol or who's on shift when. Though there are a couple of gentlemen who are regular parts of the militia standing guard outside of the theater. About as much as you can on an open public road. There's a few steps that lead up to it, and they're just sort of standing next to them. They see you coming. Hold on. Sorry, we've got someone locked up tonight. No entry.
Yes, I need to see the man who tried to kill my brother.
I'm sorry,
be me.
someone tried to kill your brother.
She points at Benedict.
They look between the two of you, and honestly, the both of you are the only Asians in the people with any Asian heritage in the town, so they probably can barely tell the difference. You're also both very pale and have black hair. Yeah, I mean, you also consider him a brother, so I'm not gonna make you roll any dice for it. Fuck it.
Yeah.
You're right, Mr. Bennett, you were involved in that scuffle from what I've heard. Well, it's not like we have him behind bars. We've got him locked in a closet in the basement. Opening the doors might risk him getting back out.
Oh, worry not. I have two good fighters with me.
That's part of the problem, ma'am. We don't want more fighting.
All right, I'll make sure he doesn't get out.
Go ahead and give me your choice of charisma and etiquette, or charisma and leadership.
I'll go with charisma and etiquette.
Mm-hmm. The two young men look at each other. They are, how to put this? They're not, like, green, you know, but they're not trained soldiers. They're decently tough looking, probably farmers by trade or some sort of carpenter. Someone used to heavy physical activity. But they're not comfortable in the equipment they have. Benedict and you especially, Kristoff, can pick up on this, but Kemrutai, your powers of perception, you can see it plain as day anyway. They're not really holding their pikes right. They're also just a little too relaxed. And just by being the right kind of polite and insistent, Kemrutai, they give in. Okay, but look, I'm gonna have to come with... Just, I can't give you the key. Right? And if anything goes wrong, you'll all be held responsible, okay?
Oh, no need to open then. Just... I can take a little peek.
Like, through the keyhole?
I have my way. Don't you worry yourself. It's going to be a long night. You two should just relax.
Well, I still have to come with to lock you into the basement.
Fair enough.
Alright.
You were saying something, Christoph?
No, fair enough.
Okay. The one who spoke steps up onto the theater doors. There are two big double doors on like a set of wide steps. He unlocks it and pushes it in, gestures for you all to follow, and you follow him inside. And say what you will about the mayor's planning abilities and his priorities, it's a lovely building. Made in the newest style in Europe and could fit upwards of at least 700 people, maybe even 800. Which would be half the bloody town. More if you don't mind standing. It's made for a pretty meeting hall the few times it's been used. And the occasional show put on here has drawn some crowds from the surrounding towns and colonies. Heading further in, he takes you up onto the stage, then down behind it, going down a set of narrow stairs, and into a somewhat cramped understage section. You can see how this would make a decent prison, just from how hard it is to just sort of like struggle your way out, and how narrow it can get. After a short bit of walking and a few curvy sections going between doorway and like little alcoves, they bring you over to a door. One of many. This one is labeled Properties. And they sort of look over at you and say, right, he's inside.
Alright, thank you. So he still keep the man locked inside then.
Yeah.
Through the keyhole, will I be able to at least like see where he is?
Give me a wits plus... Actually, let's see here. Let's call that a perception plus... it's not going to be an alertness. Actually, it might just be alertness. Perception plus alertness.
Alright. Can I activate my heightened sense as well?
Your heightened senses is a specialization, I believe. So...
yes, for the,
yeah,
for
that'll count.
Yeah.
Let's see...
I'll also have specialization in, perception, careful, and alertness, paranoia. Oh, actually, I have more than that. 3 more dice.
Ah!
Yep.
Well, your specialization did activate. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes as you peer through the keyhole. There might as well not even be a door in the way as you look inside. You see him leaning up against the wall, sort of propped his back up against the crate, sort of like touching at some bruises, and on the token, you might see that he's got a bit of a crooked nose. He's fussing with that, and as you watch, puts a thumb on either side, and you hear a light snapping noise as he basically puts his nose back in place.
What's that on his neck?
You can tell those are claw marks, scratches. Maybe, actually, no, they're not. If those were claw marks, he'd be very dead. Those are lashing marks from a whip. Possibly a cat of nine
No.
tails.
Okay, I will activate my aura reading. See what aura he has.
Okay, go ahead and roll to see how many successes you get. That's one. That's 3. Because of the net -1. Actually, no, that's 3. Let's see here. Aspects. This is a chart for this. Your oral perception. You recognize color patterns. So there's anger there. Bitter anger, brown and red swirling together. Black shades fading here and there. And a sliver of green moving between this swirling abstract mix. His aura seems the normal amount of vivid in terms of colors. It's not particularly bright or pale or with blotches or whatever, or sparkly or vibrant or with weird or like highlights of rainbow colors or whatever. It just looks normal.
Huh. Is the guard guy anywhere around close?
Yeah, he's standing next to you.
Oh dear, he is very angry, so good luck to whoever is letting him out tomorrow.
Part of why he's locked up. His head, all that.
Yeah.
Also, figure out what to do with him.
Oh, if anything happened to him, it wouldn't link to anybody else, right? Does he have any sort of connection if we were to punish them?
Well, he does work for the ship in the harbor, and the captain there might have a say in his punishments. Depending on.
Alright, I've seen everything I needed to see. Thank you.
Looking at the guard, you can see that his aura is sort of a light blue, little bit of where is it? Yeah, light blue, a little mottled and shifting, but also just for point of reference, same sort of vibrancy as the man inside the room. You are fairly certain both of them are human.
Alright. Well, that's all I needed to know. Yeah, I'll gesture the other to, it's alright to leave.
Alrighty. Let's go then. Hey. Hey fella, when your shift starts usually?
So this week I'm on nights. Starts around 10th church bell. In the evening, about 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock.
Keep going till
Alrighty.
about dawn.
Alrighty. Tell you what, I can give you some pointers on how to use that thing. Once you've done one of these days that you don't have to... that you get assigned to the mornings, because... But it's, you're like informed with that thing. Just pointing at the pike.
He actually had to leave it upstairs because it doesn't fit down here. He has a cudgel on his hip at the moment. Which, he seems a lot more comfortable with just a beat stick. But he nods, he knows what you're talking about, and it's like, yeah, I only joined the militia, like, about a month ago. It, yeah.
Ah, that's why we don't know each other. Well, you'll probably see me around, so properly introduce ourselves later.
Yeah. You're Mr. Ah, Cast. Uh, you're Benedict, right?
Huh?
No, Christoph.
Juan Castile.
Just gonna whisper to him.
Mr. Castile.
Yes, in fact. See, Christoph van Castile. Um, I can teach you a thing or two about that. You know, for doing us a favor today.
Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Close your disappointment. And he begins guiding you all out of the basement. Slowly and surely.
I'm gonna wait until he's out of our until we are out of his ear range, before I tell the others that that is actually a normal person. Huh.
Hmm, I see.
Well, normal, yes. Big, yes. Freaking mountain of a man, that one.
Something's not right about him, though. There were marks, scars, whips, I think, on his back.
Yes, whips will do that.
You think maybe there's someone else behind him?
Mm,
Someone that he's not too happy to be working for.
yes, there were lots of hate, anger in him, which I am not sure it was towards you or uh his former captain. I mean, his captain.
Huh. Well, if you say so, you're quite literally better at reading people than me.
Well, I literally see their aura. Like, can you see aura on like the both of them right now?
Yeah.
Like, I can see your moods right now.
Mm-hmm.
Not mind reading, mind you.
Sure thing.
Benedict
Sure
stops
thing.
thinking about punching the guy in the cell. Oh, okay.
Well, thank you for coming along, Benedict. Hmm.
Hmm.
Kristoff and I have things that we have to discuss about.
Yeah, I would have wished that we got the chance to talk to him, but they wouldn't allow that. It's nice seeing you again. I'll be heading back now.
Sure, stay safe.
You as
Nice
well.
seeing you.
The lot of you
Benedict
go
walks
your
back.
separate ways. Is there anything else anyone would like to do this evening?
Uh,
Next evening, maybe?
yeah, going to discuss with Kristoff about the plan with Mr. Putter.
What plan?
So, I suppose then we'll pick up with that. Kemrutai, you and Kristoff are heading back to where you pick up your carriage or your little boat. It's probably a carriage.
I think we jump on a horse because we left in a hurry.
Yeah.
Right, you do still have one horse. And
Yes.
it's big enough to fit both of you on it, no problem.
Yes,
Uh,
mm. Uh, she just gonna send all the thing that she saw, the image she saw about Mr. Potter, like the whole shadow and everything into Kristoff's head. She'll let him know, like, I'm about to send what I saw into your head, so brace yourself.
Thanks for doing that before we get into the horse.
Kristoff, your power.
That's successful. What's Kristoff's current willpower?
6.
Yeah, so that's very successful. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 success. No, 5 successes. So, Kristoff, you get these images flashing into your mind, and you can tell that they are from Kemrutai.
Yeah, so that's where you first out at the shadow.
Yes, now you understand why. I think we should keep our eyes on him.
I mean,
When I tried to probe his head, he was indeed a normal person. It was terrifying, so I didn't think it through back then, but perhaps I would approach him with a my offer to help whatever is plaguing him, because clearly he's been bothered in his sleep by these nightmares that I saw in his head.
well, that's if you can, as long as you can keep your cool about it. I'm pretty sure it can work.
I mean, yes, I can this time. I will be much less upset than whatever happened today. Yes, perhaps I should have someone send him a message first, arrange a meeting so I can properly apologize to him, and then I can make the offer.
That can be arranged. If you need someone to vouch, you're looking at someone.
Perfect.
You quite literally dealt with my nightmares before, you know. The ones that include a certain individual is still around.
She tries to see if he's still around.
His brother?
Yes.
So this is a different scene.
Huh?
This is a different scene, so you'll have to reactivate your aspects.
Oh, okay. I'll just use Shroud's sight.
Okay. Yeah, there you go. A bajillion successes. You peer through the gauntlet into the ethereal, into the umbral realms and into the place that ghosts call the Skinlands. And there you see a third person riding this horse with you.
Oh my god, we're 3-person riding a single horse.
Kind of. They're adrift next to Kristoff, moving at the same rate, following the lot of you.
I just wave at him. Hello.
They look at you.
Give him a big smile.
At least he's putting a dog away this time.
What was it? Sorry.
At least this time he's putting a Sug away instead of committing random murders.
She nods.
Chat lets you hear them too, right? Let's communicate.
I have to roll to talk to him. Yeah, I
well.
have to roll to talk to him.
Well, there you go.
Easy.
Yeah. Oh no.
Oh, there goes another willpower. Let's go.
Oh, you could
Oh, it's cool. It's cool. Yes, yes. He's improving. Kristoff can't just speak German, right? Yeah, you.
Huh? Oh.
Yes.
In German. Alright. Never mind. Continue. Go on.
He's in
Eyes
a
on the
good
road.
mood.
I'm not in a good mood.
He's not in a good mood.
Now that's the one I remember.
Oh, piss off.
He said piss off.
Love you too, bud.
Can we tell you just sort of see him look down at the hole in his chest, and then look over at Kristoff and just kind of sneer.
Ah, at least you're doing the right thing, Kristoff. This time.
Yes. I guess you could say so. Well, the dog is living for now, and we'll see if we'll see what they do with them at tomorrow, I guess.
They mentioned that the captain will have some say in this, right?
Yeah, because if they live to the town, they're certainly not gonna be alive by the time we wake up tomorrow.
Oh boy. All right. So just gonna have to wait for update. Let's hope whatever how it turned out, it doesn't bring us any more problem.
I was thinking of returning back to town tomorrow, anyways. Just our ship is around. Maybe
Oh, you're right. I have to go see the others. See if they finally find peace.
was thinking to see if there was something among the merchandise that could be a good gift for.
Oh. Yes, the wedding gift.
Might be my first one, but I do remember that you're supposed to give something.
Yes, yes indeed. Right.
But we'll see.
Right. So, if there are no complaints or objections, I'm going to move time forward by a day.
Okie dokie.
Yes.
It is now April 15th. The wedding is on the 23rd, so that's 8 days?
Yes.
Quick math here. Those of you who, well, actually, the word would spread as servants who work at your farm would also be to and from town a couple of times a day, potentially. Word is spread that, what was his name? Mr. Hood, the man who attacked, this fellow, the man who attacked the boxing club, was released from imprisonment
Uh-oh.
after a fine was paid on his behalf. Shortly thereafter, he returned to the ship on which he was employed, and he has not been seen all day. That is the news you receive when you awake. It's a bit of the talk of the town. That and the attack on Mr. Flores' boxing club.
Oh yes, his ship is also here.
Word is the ship is due to leave soon. That its extended stay is... Well, they're giving up on it. The sounds of things. You may not have to deal with Mr. Hood for much longer, who knows?
And this all happened during the day, right?
Yep.
Ah.
If you wanna hear more, let's see how well you gossiped.
All right.
Charisma plus etiquette is not gossip. Let's call it expression.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get the feeling. Rumor is that the ship's going to be leaving port soon, and God bless it, as they've stopped. In addition to Mr. Hood being effectively bailed out, the quartermaster of the ship purchased a large amount of food, and their sailors have not been seen ashore.
Oh, so like basically after they purchase the food, they just stay there and.
They spent most of the day packing things aboard the ship, and none of the sailors were seen in bars or taverns that afternoon. They might be there this evening, but they were all business during the day.
Oh. All right. Is it possible for me to go spy on them early morning through astral projection?
How high is your humanity?
9.
Roll me 9d10.
Oh.
How early in the morning are we talking?
When she wakes? Oh no, not early morning. Early evening.
Okay. Big
My bad.
difference there. Because one is resisting going to sleep. The other is just, oh, I woke up and it's 6 p.m. I'm going to just... Brr.
Yes.
Yeah, go ahead and... You may go ahead and astral project, yes? Yeah, your spirit leaves your body. No problem. You could be anywhere within hundreds of miles with ease.
Right. What do I see in the ship? Like, I am going to listen in. If they say anything, if they plan anything horrible against us?
Roll me your wits plus alertness.
Wits plus alertness. Paranoia.
Uh-huh. 1, 2, 3, 4. So first off, moving throughout the halls of this ship, with your current being in the astral sea, you've been on your ghost ship before. A strange mix of the old ship and the new ship overlapping, and the memories of the old ship lingering on over the new ship. This ship isn't like that. This ship has always been this shape. There are no memories of the vessel fighting against the reality of it. However, it is a dark, terrible place. Fortunately, it is rife with ghosts.
Who are these ghosts?
A necropolis of its own. Seeing you drift through the place, looking around, you see at least a dozen restless spirits. More caught in their unawakened wounds of spiritual energy. This place is a place of death and suffering. Moving to the cargo holds, where on your ship are packed in boxes and boxes upon boxes of boxes, barrels, bolts of cloth, all manner of things, elevated slightly off the ground to keep them dry. You see what at first seemed to be shelves, but then you quickly realize shelves don't have manticles and bloodstains on them, or the signs of human effluence. This is a slave ship, and what looked to be a stack of shelves going from floor to ceiling, well, about, I'd say 8 shelves high, each one about maybe a foot and a half spaced out. There were people in these. Not just hundreds.
What?
But perhaps closer to 1,000? 1,500? You can't tell. But the weight of the sorrow and the misery and the suffering pervades every inch of the world. Moving through this place, spying on the men who work here, you can tell the misery pervades them as well. These are dark souls who have learned to ignore the misery of their fellow men, look callously upon such great suffering, and to treat their fellow man like animals, or worse. The way they speak, the way they move, see that same kind of darkness that clung, attempting to pervade and dig its way into name real fast, Mr. Putter. It pervades these men. And there is almost a will and an intention about this thick evil. You stay clear of it as much as you can. And before long, you find Mr. Hood. And is in the what you assume is the captain's quarters. A petty, terrible man whose aura is sickly and bitter, dark. He's speaking to Mr. Potter. I'm not going to go into the exact details, but
Can I read his mind?
Sure. You see flashes of coins changing hands, of chains, of men being bound and dragged away, of food being taken off of his plate, of anger, of bitterness. This man, again, like the others, don't see the people that they lost as people. He sees them as money that has been stolen from him. You glean as much from his thoughts, and there is a sinisterness about it. He's furious. He's furious at Hood. He's furious at whoever stole his property. But he's also happy to see Hood. In his mind, in his thoughts, Hood is a dog. A hunting hound, bloodhound. Petty, but useful. Stupid. Miserable. but dogged, persistent. You gather as much from their conversation as well. The captain of this ship charges Mr. Hood with finding whoever the hell is responsible for spiriting away his property, for sneaking them off the ship. Slavery might be illegal here, but the amount of money he's lost, well, a man would be hung for that sort of piracy. At least in his mind, conversation. He slides a small box across the table. You watch Hood open it. Inside there is a pistol with several shots and a horn of powder, as well as a stack of Dutch guilder. Gold coins. He's charged Mr. Hood with a year to stay in Free Haven, to find whoever is responsible for this. Kill them if you can. If you can't, merely to report back to him. If he cannot accomplish either of these goals, he looks pointedly at a whip hanging on his wall. A cat of nine tails, a vicious thing. Like a flog, but the lashes are longer. The ends of them are chains, and each of them have barbed hooks upon them. Seeing the spirit of the thing, you can see cruelty radiating off of every single inch of it, and your mind flashes with torn flesh and blood. And when he looks at it, Hood freezes, his blood running cold. He knows its bite, and he's seen men die from it. He fears it far more than he fears this man in front of him.
I will plant a thought in his head.
Whose head?
Miss Hood's head, his first mate. I'll have to roll for it. I will tell him that the key to his freedom is right in front of him in that box. You can end it right here, and you won't have to suffer that whip ever again.
Ooh. Okay, so that's gonna be 2 rolls.
Okay.
1, to put the information in his head.
Ta-ding!
That's 1, 2, 3. 2, 3 successes. So, the thought appears in his head. Hammer's high. Please roll me charisma plus leadership.
Oh no!
Let's see how convincing this thought is. Looks down at the gun, the box, and the money. He closes it. Picks it up. Looks at his captain. Yeah, I think I'll do that. His captain dismisses him, he leaves the room. Goes to a less crowded than the cargo hold portion of the ship, but still, men are packed in here. Sheaves a small, to our image, duffel bag. Likely every possession he owns. Slings it over his back. And he leaves the ship into the night.
Oh. Okay, I'm gonna head back to that room of sorrow where they used to keep all the slaves. I'm going to try to converse with the spirits there.
You attempt to speak to them?
Yes. I'll start with English, and then I'll try German, and then French.
Not a single one of them understands what you're saying.
She looks sad, and she'll depart them.
Mm-hmm.
Come back to my body. Just run for Kristoff. Just back on the door. Kristoff! Kristoff! Wake up!
Kristoff, someone is trying to rouse you from your sleep. What's your humanity?
Whopping 5.
He's not normally up for at least another hour after you are.
Oh no. How far are we? Like the sun has already set, right?
Yeah, the sun's set. It's just, Kristoff. Well, you practically wake with the sunset. Kristoff usually takes a little while longer. Kristoff, if you would like, you can try to awake, making enough noise for it.
Fair enough. What was the roll again? The human?
It's gonna be self-control.
Self-control. Okay. Oh.
With the sound of banging and your name being called on your door, you do awaken, groggily, slowly. Have you ever woken up and felt just fucking dead, dried out, terrible?
Monday feeling, got it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't feel alive until you get, like, the first drink in you. It's that.
What is it?
Kristoff! The first man has been released! He's been hired to go kill whoever is responsible for taking the slave! We have to go in town right now and warn them! He just left the ship! He got guns! And he got money!
Slow down. Just... God damn it. He goes to the door, just open it. Alright, all that, but slower now.
The first man from last night, he's been released. They pay fine for him, and then I went to their ship and went to spy on him. There was so much text in there. There was so much horror. There's this really dark entity in there as well. And I saw them talking, the captain and Mr. Hood, and I tried to convince Mr. Hood to just shoot the captain, but it didn't work out. But the captain told Mr. Hood to stay in our town for a while with the gun, and he's going to try to find out who was responsible for taking his slave, and he's going to shoot him. We have to warn Mr. Warman and Putter. Like, quick, he just left the ship!
Well, that's... really with a fine only.
She will say that again in German just to make sure in case somebody get killed tonight. So the certain someone is not angry.
Mm-hmm.
For some reason, the third time that speaking on his native language actually fucking clicks in his head too. So, well,
Let's
fuck
go.
me.
Are you hungry? Are you fed? Oh yeah, let me deduct my blood pool too.
I'm fine. Just I'll fetch the horse, I guess.
Let's get Benedict too! In case a fight happened, I don't know!
This is... We might want to also warn... we might also want to warn
yes.
Evelyn, no?
Yes, Evelyn, yes! Let's go get her too!
As well. Come on, I'll lead the way.
To the horse!
Right, so you are all riding into town. I'm going to cut away from this situation, and Benedict, Evelyn, is there anything you would like to do this morning or this evening? As you both
Mostly
awake.
just checking on the guests and the sisters, and making sure everything is going well, making sure if I'm needed for anything or any questions come up or anything. I'm just checking in basically with my goal and the others.
Your guests are a bit nervous. They're there's a sense of relief and like comfort amongst them, but also this disbelief. Like, is this really happening? Is this real? That sort of thing. Because they've gone from one of the worst imaginable conditions imaginable to just being hidden in a church, basically. The sisters who live and work here with you, they report much the same, that they're trying to get the women down, relax a bit. The language barrier is a little bit difficult, but they're working with it. They're making sure they're well fed. They have access to water if they want to bathe or drink, and got, good fresh sheets and clothes. But there's a tension there. Fear that this won't last.
Yeah. That's understandable. Evan's not going to try and convince them. She's just there if they have any questions, if they need anything. And just basically try to give them time and space, because it is a lot to take in. She's also going to make sure that there hasn't been any people snooping around that anyone's noticed. She might check in with her neighbors just to make sure that everything's good with them.
Well, your neighbors are Miss Vernal and the lighthouse keeper. And the lighthouse keeper, they're a bit hard to get a reach on, unless you want to climb the lighthouse. And Miss Vernal hasn't seen anything.
Yeah, she's not trying to be causing any suspicions or setting anyone on edge, but just kind of how are you doing? Just kind of make small talk and make sure that, nothing abnormal seems to be going on in the area.
Actually, real fast, your neighbor did notice something. Add her portrait. There we go. I can't slap it on with that one. I have two windows up. As for no, did see something when you come up to speak with her. You're just about done with your conversation, and this is what you're about to leave. She looks over to you, Evelyn. Actually, Evelyn, last night I heard a little commotion in my back garden. I was going to go check up on something, but a little, how you say, hatchet. Makes a chopping motion, like an axe, to make sure that it wasn't a raccoon or something like that. And I think someone was moving your garden. I could not see past my edge, but I heard footsteps and some hushed whispers.
Well, thank you for letting me know. I shall keep an eye out.
I also heard some feminine voices in a language I do not understand. It did not sound like Latin, but she looks around a little conspiratorially. I think one of your girls may be meeting with someone at night.
Well, I can trust you to be discreet while I handle that, I'm sure.
Oh, but of course.
Thank you.
He nods. We feel you get on well enough that she's not going to get into your business.
Mm-hmm. I will make a trip to the lighthouse keeper as well, just because, if she heard something, then the lighthouse keeper might have seen something. I don't know if they were using lights at all when they delivered the people. I don't remember if you mentioned they had a lantern or anything.
They by the time they got to your church, your convent, if they had a light source, they'd certainly turned it off by then.
Okay, sounds good.
Taking the walk up to the lighthouse keeper's tower. It's not super tall. It's only about 4 stories up.
Mm-hmm.
He has his door open to that goes up to the tower. An adjacent small house next to it. By the time you reach him, he's sort of sitting, minding a fire, reading a book.
Do I know his name? Have I met him before?
You've had to have met him before in passing.
Yeah.
He's up all at the most strangest hours of the night, and he's living directly next to you. His name is Darius Gent. Darisghent. They are a bit rotund, but well built. On the English side, we're already balding.
He lives here alone?
Yes. Spectacled. Educated, perhaps? You're not sure. He's usually reading something, which is saying a lot.
Good evening, Mr. Gent. Apologies for disturbing you.
Sister Patrizia. It's not disturbance. How can I help?
I suppose you may have heard of the incident in town at the boxing club last night?
That was an incident at the boxing club?
Yes, there were some sailors that came through. I believe they took the boxing a little too enthusiastically. And I just wanted to make sure that everything here was well. No one's causing you any issues.
Sister Patrizia, you and maybe Vorman or, well, any ship's captain are the only ones who ever come up here to pay attention to little old me. I've been speaking to a gentleman the other few days, Mr. Claudio. Perhaps you know him.
Oh, yes, I do.
Well-read man, interesting man. I was happy to have a printer over the town. Perhaps now I could get something new to read.
Yes, I've noticed that you are quite literary. Is there anything in particular you're interested in?
Well, just about anything. I have a handful of books myself, and I am afraid that if I read them any harder, the binding will fall out and the pages will turn to dust.
I see, yes. Well, I'm hoping to gather some more text. I'm not certain that they would necessarily be of interest to you, but perhaps some of them. I have an interest in folklore and medical texts. I hope to establish a hospital eventually. But perhaps if there's anything that comes across my way, I could lend you a copy.
Well, I'm quite fond of fairy tales. I have read this, he holds up the book he's reading right now, this copy of Canterbury Tales so much that I'm afraid it will break any moment.
Perhaps you could get a new copy at some point. Perhaps one will find its way to you.
If I got enough paper from Mr. Claudio, I could write it from memory.
I see. Well, do let me know if anything unusual happens. I'm just a little unsettled by this disturbance in town, especially in a place with such strong men. To be quite honest, we're vulnerable women here, so just a neighborly eye out would be much appreciated.
So, at this altitude, you're just below, like, the top of the tower, and the cliff rises upwards as it reaches this peak, and then you're up like another 4 stories. So from here, you can see for miles and miles around. You can see all the way off into Fantasia, even.
Hmm.
And he sort of smiles and looks at you. Sister Patrice, if anything ever goes wrong, I'll give you a holler. You'll have the fastest head start in the city.
It would be much appreciated.
Though I think in our latitude, I don't think you'll have to worry about Vikings raiding churches, eh?
I should certainly hope not. Plan to be here for a long time, and I hope that my convent can be a safe haven for many.
He nods.
Other than reading material, have you need of anything up here?
No, I get a fair stipend from town, enough to make sure the lighthouse is maintained, and I am decently taken care of. I am honestly just lucky that the lighthouse is this close to the center of the town. Some men are not so lucky. God forbid I end up on one of the rocks, and this was built on one of the rocks in the harbor.
Yes, that would be quite the trial. Well, fortunate we are neighbors, and I might keep you company occasionally overnight. But I should get back to my work. Thank you for your time, and I shall keep you in mind when I'm looking at interesting books that I might lend.
Of course, sister, of course. God be with you.
Good evening. God bless.
He pointedly blushed a little bit when he said, "Come up and spend the night."
Spend the night? Did I say that? I said, huh?
You did. Or visit overnight, whatever.
Visit
Something to that regard.
overnight.
Yeah.
Of a night, yeah. Not
Of a night,
not overnight. Not
Well,
that.
Okay, well, he still blushed a bit. He might have misheard you.
Oop.
Because your DM did.
Oop. Sorry, my archaic English.
Eh.
We'll put it down to accent.
Accent. Him being fairly lonely in a tower most of his day. Many things. Right. Benedict, you weren't up to anything, you know? Just carrying on business as usual?
Yeah, nothing special today.
Well, that changes when Kemutai and Kristoff arrive at your club.
Bang the door. Pop, 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 pop.
Benedict approaches the door and he opens it swiftly in response to the banging on the door. Oh, Kemrutai, what's the matter?
Should look around, see any other people in there or around.
Would you still be having club activities tonight after a brawl the other day?
No. It's closed for the day. Yeah, especially since the door was closed.
I push him inside.
Oof.
Benedict, we have a problem. The man from yesterday, he's been hired to find whoever's behind the missing slave, and he now has a gun with many rounds and couple coins. Yes, the captain hired him to stay in this place and continue his work. Oh yes, he's free.
He's free. How did he get out?
Somebody paid a fine for him.
Ah, shit. Okay. Thanks for warning me. Have you told Evelyn already?
About to? We also have to tell Mr. Warman and warn you know who.
Alright, I'll go with you then. Let's go and warn everyone else.
I'd say let's
Hmm.
warn Evelyn first.
What if we split? Should that be faster?
It would be, although it would be a bit more dangerous for us if he manages to find us, but
You mean if he managed to find you in particular?
yeah, especially me. He has a vendetta against me, that's for sure.
Well, you and Kristoff can easily handle several men with a gun. I can run for Mr. Warman.
I'd rather not leave you alone.
Why?
It's
Especially because you're not combat ready. I'll just go for Mr. Vorman myself then.
He doesn't have anything against me. Well, if anything, he probably doesn't even know that I'm around.
Hmm, that is true.
Yeah.
What do you think, Christoph?
well, the two that he knows are you and me right now. So
Yes.
Alright.
So, I'll catch up with you at Evelyn's place after I tell Mr. Warman.
Sounds like a plan. Alright, let's get going, Christoph.
either way.
Take care, Kamratai.
Alright.
So I assume you, like, tie up your horse at Benedict's place and then go.
Yeah. If not, then by the port or something.
Okay, so Kamratai, high or low?
Hi!
Okay. Okay. We move to the city streets at night, alone, in this port town, and manage to make it to your destination unharmed and unmolested.
Sure, you said anybody who tried.
When I say unmolested, like undisturbed.
Oh, okay.
The word has two meanings. God. Yes, you find Mr. Vorman on patrol with about two other men. Just going up and down the main street in a loop.
Mr. Warman! Run towards him. Mr. Warman!
Yeah, Miss Gem. I've been meaning to ask this. I do not want to be rude to your culture, but is it Miss Kem, Miss Rue, Miss Tai?
Oh, just Kim is fine. Yes. We have a problem. The man that you released last night, he just left the ship with a gun. He's now being assigned to stay in our town and to find whoever's behind his missing cargo, and he's going to shoot that person. Please do not ask me how I know, but this is the truth.
Yeah, I was going to ask you how you knew. Don't you live outside of the town? And
You would
what's
not
this
believe
about-
me, but please.
You're not making your case any better.
I can tell you, if you capture him right now, you will see a box with a gun and some gold coins in it.
He pinches his nose.
She will also give him the description of the box just to be sure that he would believe her.
Cam. Miss Cam. I will bear this in mind, but being hired to find escaped slaves is not a crime. Being
No,
hired to
not-
shoot someone is.
Yes!
But your evidence is, trust me, I cannot arrest someone on that.
Can you, like, at least stop him and search him?
Owning a gun is not illegal.
But it will point out that what I'm telling you is the truth.
I know that the town doesn't have an exactly strong presence of a guard-in-law. I'm trying to fix that. If I go and make random searches and arrests, go ahead and roll me a charisma. You're not trying to manipulate him, you're telling the truth.
Yes, she will look really distressed.
You are genuinely trying to convey your emotions and that you should believe him. Go charisma plus empathy.
Oh, yes.
Look, I can't have the man arrested for nothing. I can, if we see him, have him followed.
Yes.
Does that put your
yes,
mind
that-
at ease while you... If you told me how you knew, I could do something more direct. But with this is all I can do.
If we talk in private...
He gestures at the two militiamen to just go around the corner.
The same way I knew when someone was posing as the native to attack the caravan. I can tell you that.
Kenrutai, how have you been selling your services as an soothsayer yet?
No!
Right, so you don't have that reputation here.
Nope, not here.
As far as I'm concerned, that was a good read of a person and a guess. I can't go off that. You're being so specific. Like, how do you know he was hired? How do you know he has a gun? Like, I was at the same party as you were. The man was obviously a shit, and I can understand perhaps knowing where he was hiding, considering the way he on the way out. This does not make much sense.
Can I read his thoughts?
You may attempt to read Mr. Vorman's thoughts, yes.
Yes!
That's 2 successes.
What's your thought on Burning Woman?
The fuck? What?
Yes! What's your thought on, Burning Woman?
Not to do it.
Okay, let's just say, she'll lean in closer and whisper to him. Once in a while, I can leave my body and be somewhere else. And I can read thoughts.
He looks at you like you're speaking in tongues. Just like, are you for real?
Think about something.
Real fast, roll me again charisma plus expression. For him to just take this seriously enough to humor you. Miss Kim, with all due respect, I do not have time for this.
Think about something. Right now.
He thinks, my god, I have better things to do right now.
Oh god, I have better things to do right now.
Yes, I thank you for understanding this.
Think about something else that's very outrageous.
This is outright. Right now, what is happening here, that is what I am thinking of, Dana.
She will say exact quote that he just said.
He said that out loud.
That's thought. Oh, he said that out now?
Yeah.
No, please, please. I need you to trust me.
So, unfortunately, he just goes back to his men and starts the patrol again.
Mr. Warman, please! I'm trying to prevent a murder here.
I will have the man followed if we can find him. Good evening.
Sure, run to the monastery.
Speaking of, there is a knock at the convent door.
I will answer it.
Before you see two vampires. One Benedict and one Christoph.
Evelyn will raise a brow.
Evening.
Evening.
You should be coming to the chapel, not the convent door.
Well, true. It's slightly urgent, however.
Get inside.
You would walk right in then.
She'll take them to a empty room.
There are enough of them to find one with ease.
So, I'd ask if you know about this light out of the brawl, but well, that was quite a mess yesterday.
I'm quite sure almost everyone in town has heard, yes. She
Oh.
glances at Benedict to see if he's injured visibly.
Benedict, all of your bludgeoning damage, bashing damage would have gone away by now.
Okay, thank you. Benedict notices her glance and he just answers, yeah, it was with me and I'm fine now. It's just we have a new problem that arose from that. And he looks to Christoph to explain further.
So, Cam got curious. Turns out well, first of all, the guy got released today. He got bailed
Oh.
out by their captain.
They didn't hang him?
Who knows how much money they paid. Be sure to ask Borman later about that, but right. Cam got curious about the man and followed them. She says, or she's quite certain that the well, I can't even freaking doubt it at this point with how accurate she's been. She saw the guy being handed over a box with money, and he's given instructions to find whoever let the slaves out and, well, shoot them, or so, yeah.
Well, he will hang for that.
Oh, absolutely. Just thought to give you a heads up, since we're all in this.
Yes, well, don't be seen approaching the convent where we are hiding there.
Fair enough. We'll keep
Go.
hidden when we leave.
Wait, there's a few here?
Yes, the women are here,
Oh,
and they're terrified.
oh. I'll make sure no one sees me out. My apologies, didn't know.
Well, we had discussed it with Potter at the cave, but perhaps in all of the excitement, yes, you did allow it to slip your mind, but this place needs to be a safe haven.
And it shall be. I'll start a ruckus out on the other side of town then. Or something.
I shall keep an eye out, but yes, anything you can do to keep attention away from here. If they are used to hunting down slaves, they may try to enter. And that would not be good for them or us.
I'm not sure if the church will be the next stop or the convent. When I spotted the guy who was still sniffing out farms, he was probably gonna continue doing that, so...
Let us hope so. Well, I shan't delay you any further. You've sailors to keep an eye on. Good luck with that, and hopefully I shall have nothing of interest happening here.
Certainly.
She gives Benedict a nod and says, I'm glad you're well.
Thank you. Well, stay out of your hair then. Just wanted to get you caught up.
Yes, thank you for letting me know. Do be safe.
All right, let's go, Christoph.
Everything?
Should it come to it, either of you may plausibly survive a gunshot, and then he can be hung for attempted murder.
Yes. Well, he could also miss the shot, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. If we
We'll
get
find
there.
a way, yeah.
You know best about these things. Violence is not my forte.
Healing from that is not something that certainly takes time. With our condition, you know.
Tread carefully, yes, indeed.
But thanks for the advice. That did give me a few ideas.
Well, if you have need of me, you know where to find me.
Likewise.
Mhm.
Evening.
Good evening.
Right. We'll be seeing you. Goodbye.
So as you two leave and begin heading up the road, Benedict, out of the corner of your eye, see this lush, beautiful red.
Oh.
The aroma, soft curves, the beautiful, almost inward spiraling pattern. You think you see your beloved.
Oh.
Please roll self-control.
No. I'm gonna use a willpower.
Okay. So the thing
Not in front
about
of Evelyn again.
so the thing about a Malkavian dementation is that you just need to spend a willpower in order to snap out of it. So, for a moment, you see what you think is your beloved, and it's there, it's real, she's here, and then you blink and you realize, wait, the blood, the thing, the conversations. Is this really real? And you pause and you think really hard about it, and you force yourself and you overcome, and you were about to kiss a rose bush.
Benedict snaps out of it, shakes his head, looks back at Evelyn for a second, then continues to leave.
Yes, you were about to kiss Miss Renault's roses.
Kirby.
It's just the red was the same red of her lips and her blush, or whatever. I don't know.
That goddamn red.
Right. So, is there anything else you gentlemen do? As you begin to leave, Kenmutai does catch up to you.
Oh, hey.
She's tearing up as she runs towards you.
Oh, hey, what have...
He doesn't believe me.
He doesn't believe you. Well,
No.
maybe
what
we should have.
happened? You know what? Not here. Let's
Let's let's go back to the boxing club, shall we?
Why nobody will believe anything I say?
Yeah, let's do that. He just picks her up.
Wipe her face.
You're going to pick up and carry Kenmutai through the streets of Rehaven.
This is probably a common occurrence at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
Everybody's gonna think he's taking care of crazy lady.
God. I feel like I should give you both a reputation for this. I'll come back to that. So eventually you do make it your way back to the boxing club. Where you can speak in private.
He said you're gonna have somebody tell the man. Yeah, all he asked for him is just like search the man and he'll see the box with the gun and he doesn't believe me.
Yeah, well,
I mean,
there is a problem with that, is that it doesn't make him a criminal to own a box with a gun and coins in it.
Well, I told him how he get the box and the gun, and that it will point out that what I'm telling him is the truth. And he's like, "How did you find out about this?" And I'm like, asked him like, "Would you believe in burning a woman?" And he said, "No, he wouldn't let that happen." So I got comfortable and I explained to him that, you know, I did something and I find out about it.
Did you tell him that about your
What did
powers?
you say?
I was upset because he wouldn't believe me.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Cam.
What did you say exactly?
That I leave my body and I can read thoughts. And then he said, like, I have no time for this. And I tried to show it to him and he still doesn't believe me. He said this is ridiculous and he just walked away.
I am so glad he did not have time for this. This is why I asked you if you needed people to vouch for you, you know, because remember, this, as much as you like to believe otherwise, we're different.
I didn't have this problem in London. In London, everybody's believed me. I get paid to do what I do.
Maybe start making people slowly believe you and not throw all that in front of them. Because, trust me, I sure as hell did not believe you when I first met you.
Tears on my staring at Kristoff.
Emphasis in when I met you.
You'll have to rebuild your reputation as a soothsayer again. Because right now, people will not think that you're right in the head. It's not a very common occurrence here. I don't think they even know that that's a thing.
Just gonna wipe
That-
her face.
That said, next time I see Vormon, you were drunk today.
Alright.
Well, at least you got him to get someone to tail the man. In case he does get into any trouble, someone will be able to see that.
What do we do
Yeah.
now? I want to sink that boat. That boat is really horrible. Like there too many spirits in there, all cramped into one place. They can't move on. I try to convince them, but they do not understand me. I do not know what language they speak.
It's a slaver ship, so it is to be expected, unfortunately.
We can't let them go like that.
You said they were gonna be back in it. No?
No, they're leaving. They're leaving soon, and he's leaving. The guy here, his first mate here.
Well, then what exactly did you want us to do with that for that?
I wish I could understand them, so at least I can tell them that there are other things they could do. You've seen what the spirit in our boat can do. With that amount of spirit, they can do so much more. But I can't communicate with them.
I mean, I'm at a loss. Just honestly, I don't see any way that you can, at least at the moment, because hell, I sure as hell don't know what language they speak.
Do you think anybody would know?
Let's see. How? Let's say for compared to living people, how different do the ghosts look like?
What does that mean? Like he wants her to describe how the ghosts look when they're dead or something?
Yeah, basically like, all right, how did the ghosts look like?
She would describe like some of the ones that she saw on that boat. What they look like.
They look emaciated. Some look like they've had their backs ripped open. For the most part, they look like they were sick, emaciated, or tortured. All of them were African.
She would
Almost all
describe
of them.
like the room they were kept into. They were like how they were kept on shelf, like some sort of like leftover merchandise. Barely any room to move and all cluttered up. In what's supposed to be like the cargo part of the ship.
Well, you can certainly see his eye twitch a few times. But, well, if they go for the same, well, some of the freely individuals are staying at Evelyn's, but
Oh,
I didn't get to interact with them.
at Evelyn, right? I should go there then.
No,
Huh?
not today.
Oh. Do I know when the exactly is the boat leaving?
No. You know.
Okay. Mm.
Certain, not today. It
I'll
would
write down
be.
then.
We've two were already there. It's in the odd event that they somehow already picked up. They could put two and two together, so maybe tomorrow.
Alright. Tomorrow. I'll write down what I need translated. So, what are we going to do for the rest of the night?
Oh, I was still planning to go to the port. Just
Mm. That man, though, despite him being so angry and rough, there's so much fear in him, too. Maybe there's a chance to save him as well. Convince him to go against his own captain.
well, I'll give you this one. I will give you this one for free because you pretty much know. But some people to check someone's fear off. Sometimes it takes them dying, you know.
Hmm. She'll look at Benedict if Benedict has anything else to say about this.
Hmm. Most that I can say is that I do want to take action against this. I have strong feelings against slavery.
Any ideas?
Hmm. It's hard to make a plan for this.
It's just that I simply don't have the time. At least to retaliate. In a discreet way, you know, because there's always the other option, however. It's rather not ruin the last 5 years of work, you know.
Oh, yes. We have to go warn our associate as well about this.
Hmm.
To the
Certainly.
doctor?
Let's. I would assume he's not there. Let's check with the tavern first.
Hmm.
Coming
So,
with.
okay.
Go ahead, sir.
Yep.
And just asking everyone if coming with or if Benedict will stay behind. Already.
Yeah, he'll come along.
Oh, we're all going together.
So, we've been playing for about 2 hours. I'm gonna call break here.
Oh,
When we get back, we can swing over the docks and do as you like.
yippee.
Return. As our vampires head to the docks to look into a number of things involving their business partners and a recently freed thug. Yeah, we head to the docks. Look, he's not there.
It's
Get the hell out of us!
Don't worry, the large man can't hurt you. Well, he can, just not today.
Is our ship still on dock too?
Yeah,
Your
Fessy
ship is
said the
in port,
music
so is
isn't here.
theirs. They said that during break.
Yeah. Let's see. It's yeah. It would go into our ship instead for now, because just looking around just to see if by any chance one familiar face is spotted in the crowd, if there is a crowd.
On the way, she'll point out where the enemy's boat is, though. Where the slaver boat is.
Yeah, there's about 3 piers in the dock. Yours is on the furthest pier, the one in the center of the harbor. Theirs is closer to the rocks. Yeah.
That one.
Fair enough. Still, this is quite an eventful night now. Still, before I forget, we're already here. Might as well get some suggestion about the gift, I guess. Just because visiting the other business while the ship is right there, it's a little,
Oh no, I just wanted to let you know.
Well, thanks. Thanks for the warning. After this, we're visiting the tavern to pass the word around. No.
Okay. I'll activate my shroud sight while I tag along Kristoff back to our boat.
So we didn't get to this in the flashback episode because I forgot about it. My bad.
Yeah.
But last time the boat came into port, there were less ghosts on it, but there was a new. But the spirits there spoke of a ferryman.
Huh?
A strange old spirit that had visited them in port and had taken apparently word of their ship and their crossing back to some place that they called Stygia. You haven't met this spirit. Not yet. But they call the Mary Skylark an Acropolis. Or of something of the sort. You're not entirely sure. Up until now, the sort of goings on of the world of the dead has been very surface level to you. You've only been able to gather what you've been able to gather from those you met and we met. Haven't gathered much. Being tucked away onto a microcosm of the afterlife on their boat.
Oh dear. Is Han still there?
I believe he would be, yeah. I don't think he's passed yet.
Ah, yes, I'll check up with him. Oh no, I can't talk to him. I'm out of willpower. I'll just go and wave at him.
So, are you going to go onto the ship?
Yes, I'll activate my shroud sight so I can see, but I cannot talk to them.
Right. So, Gustav, you were also going onto the ship to go and like pick up a gift.
Yeah, just talk to the captain, catch up for a bit. Hey, by the way, I have a wedding to be, sort of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
So while you're picking through the cargo, looking for something you can acquire as a wedding gift, Kemrutai, you don't see Franz. Not
Oh.
at first. You do see a
Connected
new
with
spirit, though.
Okay.
It's strange. This... Have you ever seen The Christmas Carol?
Yes.
I'm not going to compare this so explicitly to the Ghost of Christmas Past. I mean, present. But there's something about it. There's something off. It is robed. It is robed. Its face has these weird markings about it. Distortions. Channels of well, you're not sure. They look like they're shadows at first, but upon closer inspection, they're like gouges in their corpus, their spiritual body, where there should be more of it, but there isn't. An absence of being woven throughout its body as if almost a pattern. And the thing is, you wouldn't expect it, but ghosts have shadows. Physically, they cast a shadow in their parallel world.
Huh.
This one doesn't.
Do I have any bad feeling out of it or neutral?
You have a bad feeling.
Oh. Can I shake my aura? Using aura read?
You can, yes. You're gonna try to read its aura.
Hello?
It is definitely a ghost.
Oh. And what's the mood?
Let's see here. It is light blue, calm, with a mix of with a mix like a very fine underlying of dark green, a general yellowness seeping into every inch of its aura from the outside going in. This generally light blue aura. And I mean, it's a ghost. Ghosts always seem a little grayer than everyone else, but that's just as they are. But there's little streaks of pink in its aura as well.
She'll slowly go over and wave.
Oh, it approaches you directly.
Oh. She just waved with a little nervous smile. Hi.
It gets close enough. Its face is highly obscured by its hood, and it's carrying a scythe.
Hmm?
Is it it's either carrying a scythe or an oar. I forget which. Lore. Probably an oar. Yeah, no, it's carrying an oar. It's
What's
using
an
kind of like
oar?
a walking staff. A paddle for a boat.
Oh, okay. She
And there is
wave.
something brainy of the sea about its aura, about its smell, about its everything. Looks as if it's been constantly sprayed and lapped by mist, like bits of mold are growing upon its globes. That it's kind of damp, sodden. And it reaches out to you, a hand closed around something,
Hmm?
withered,
She'll reach over.
with bits of its aura missing. Bony hand. You can see its mouth moving, but again, you were not able to speak to it.
Can I poke the hand? Or at least, like, reluctantly try to, like, see what he's reaching for?
He's holding something out to you.
Oh,
Like he's going to
okay.
drop it into the palm of your hand. Or is
Oh,
expecting
okay.
to.
She'll try to catch it.
So it's strange. He opens his hand, and an iron coin falls from it. And you see it land in your hand, and you're holding it, but you don't feel it.
Hmm? She's
A
gonna look up at him
single
confused.
iron coin, and it's large. About the size of your palm. You look back at it, and it seems to be speaking some more. And then it turns and begins to walk away.
She used like the one free hand, like pointing at her ears and like wave backward, like she doesn't hear or doesn't understand.
It turns, looks at you, and it lifts a hand and beckons over another spirit, points at you, seems to be saying something, and then just continues upon its way.
Do I know the spirit that he called over?
Oh yeah, it's not Franz, but it's one of the ghosts who was originally on the ship.
Oh. I'll look for something to write with. And I'll say, I can come talk tomorrow. Today, no power left.
The spirit nods.
I'll nod thankfully at the spirits and then see if I can pocket the coin somehow.
It's physically moving with you. It's just
Ooh.
you can't feel it. It's strange. It's like the ghost of a coin.
Maybe somebody would know about this. Somebody who may know a lot about the world of the dead. Claudio!
Meanwhile,
Yes, go catch up with the others.
same boat. Kristoff. You're looking for something suitable to be a gift.
Yep.
Give me a perception plus investigation.
Let's see.
Oh, plenty of things that could be a good gift. Your ship brings like a ton of finished goods to and from the old world to the new. Kitchen sets, pots, pans, everything one would need to set up a kitchen. Clothes, bolts of cloth and fabric. I mean, honestly, just a good set of tools and nails to build a house with. All manner of things, from the mundane to like chessboards and like I don't know, nicer things that could only be made with a printing press. Books, whatnot.
Look for just something that would not normally not be around locally. Just
What do you have anything in mind yourself? You rolled quite well.
mm, so that's the thing. He really doesn't. It's just like looking for something. Just it's just window shopping basically.
Well, I mean, you know Francois, and looking around, you could find a very nice sword in the armory.
Yeah, might as well. Just a sword and just some dishes for the bride.
Find a set of
Like a
dishes.
dish.
Um, I mean, you've been to the Orient. Uh, a set of china dishes and a sword. Yeah.
Alrighty. We'll take the sort of swing. The first swing is oh yeah, this will do. Pocket it. Just let the captain know that he's missing a sword. Pay
Mm.
for it, of course. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and just reunite with the others.
Benedict, was there anything you wanted to do with the docks?
Not particularly.
Okay, okay. I believe your next destination was to the tavern to warn. Was
Yep.
Alamandara?
yes, Mr. Darrow.
Yep.
Yes, or did you want to go and try to talk to Mr. Putter first?
Hmm.
So, just out of character, how out of the way is the entry to the funny place?
Not super out of the way. It. I was going. It's a little bit of a sneaky sort of like slip under the docks and walk on the sand for a little bit to a cave mouth that's underneath like the boardwalk sort of dealio. That's normal for a normal person. You'd have to be a little quiet and a little bit tricksy, but the docks are pretty dead, and you're a fucking totally a brouhaha and totally not something else. So you could pretty easily slip yourself and Kemrutai and Benedict down there without much issue, and only take a few minutes.
Might as well then. We're already here.
Sneaky.
Right.
Sneak time.
As I said, the docks are pretty dead, and you're being led by someone with very high skill. So I'm not going to require a roll here. Instead, you simply find a spot to slip beneath the boardwalk and quickly and quietly walk along the underside until you come to a cave mouth and follow it for a way, zigging, zagging on occasional paths, going until you find a large, sort of open maw into the earth, winding into the cave works of Haven. And as far as you can tell, it's empty down.
Uh, I'll heighten my senses with my ear. Yeah, I'm gonna heighten sense my ear to see if I can hear anyone hiding or following or such.
What's an alertness? No.
Uh-oh.
Oh, I know that didn't roll. I was looking at
It
Christoph's
didn't
roll.
work for some reason.
1, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, no. This place is. You don't hear anything, and you can hear the echoes off the cavern walls for as far as they go, more or less. Not a single soul down here.
Oh.
Not a
And
living
the
thing.
setting that they had before. So just empty of people?
Yeah? You can't
No
hear
one is
anyone.
here.
If anyone's down here, they're dead. Oh my god, Cameron Ty, everyone's dead.
Oh. Oh no. Okay, paranoid trigger just gonna look around just to be sure.
As you go deeper and deeper. Shit, sorry about that. You find the opening that the smugglers use as their sort of den of sorts. There is a small amount of crates and barrels here of stolen and smuggled goods that are waiting to be put on a ship. There's still no one here, no signs of a scuffle, no signs of a fight, just no one.
Huh. Empty.
Hmm.
Maybe a dead bodies in these crates or barrel?
No.
I
It's. Think of it. It's. They moved a lot of stuff recently, so. They're bound to lay low for a bit.
Ah.
I
Then,
can
Then let's
certainly
die.
check if you want me to, but.
yeah.
What Kristoff said made sense, but you know what makes more sense?
What?
It's really dark down here. Shadows are everywhere.
Oh.
The shadows got them.
Oh no. I do it my aura reading!
Okay.
Oh no! Do I see anything?
So that's the thing. You don't. You just see darkness.
It's time to get out of here.
Sure thing. I don't. Still a tavern to hit, no?
Yes, let's just go. Get the walk extra close.
What's wrong?
Shadows.
Oh. Even. Huh?
It's very dark down here.
I mean, yeah, but. Let's get you out of here.
So a lot of you leave and make your way through Rehaven again, going in and out around the streets until you end up at Mr. Darrow's public house. And Mr. Darrow is there, serving drinks as he usually does.
We'll get the counter then. Just.
Christoph,
Counter is,
Benedict, Skimmertai.
Hello.
Good evening.
Evening. Take it you heard some of the news with our esteemed visitors from the ship.
Yeah, I heard about that. Heard you broke the nose, among other things.
What I would have paid to be there.
Did you hear any other update very, very, very recently?
You mean about the, other visitors? Do I take it?
No, the same visitor.
Oh. Oh,
It's
apparently his
a pro-
captain bailed him out. But from what I hear, he was going to get lashes in the town square for it.
Well, we have good reason to believe that they're going to be looking around for lost sheep with a gun around this time, so...
Oh no. He's not
Mm.
looking for the lost sheep, he's looking for the herder.
Well, the sheep and the herd are both in the hills right now.
Oh,
Fair enough. Just passing along the warning is better to be safe than sorry, as they say.
Hmm. Now, considering how I tend to a lot of fleece, I appreciate the warning.
If our certain mutual starts to be annoying, or more annoying than it has been, as I've heard from the farmers, just let me know.
Will do. Are you going to pretend to do something, or just for a while?
Hey, I can still taste them. Follow the taste. Just so yeah, hit me up.
He shrugs, grabs you a bottle of ale, pours one out into a mug for you. He actually doesn't know the difference between you three at all, and he pours out three, because, like, oh, okay, you can drink whatever then, fuck it.
Can she try to stop him before he poured for her?
Yeah, he sets a mug down in front of you.
And she's gonna hold out her hand like, no, 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 no.
He slides it
Thank
back
you.
under the counter.
Yeah. It's funny. Or not funny, as you could say. Not everyone retains their taste, so...
hmm.
Hmm. Differences in palate, then, I can't blame you.
Mm-hmm.
You can say that.
One of the few fortunate things that life has given me, you know. Having a good palate there still.
He just sort of
Well, that and a
shrugs.
nice farm.
Kim look really proud.
Right. I'll keep an ear open, and all that.
Oh, right. Given the fact that this matter got sorted way faster than expected, still thinking you can... Still thinking would it be easier for you to make that opening now? For the wedding?
Mm.
Oh,
Possibly,
he's
yeah.
coming to the wedding?
Yeah, that's my invite.
Oh, interesting. It's going to be really amazing.
I mean, it's a wedding. They're nice. Good excuse to party a little bit. I've been able to find a couple of boards and would be able to cover my time away from the public house.
Nice.
Someone's gonna watch you a lot when you sleep.
Say that, but this is first wedding of him going to be visiting myself, so looking forward to it.
Oh yeah, you need anything from the farm? Just let me know.
Have those have you started making any wine yet?
Making what?
Wine.
Not yet. We will eventually.
Well, once those grapes are stomped and fermented, let me know. A little more variety other than ale and applejack would be nice.
Oh, definitely. Right, Christoph?
Oh, absolutely. It's it's about time to get some more variety, no? Or make it so that the variety arrives a little sooner.
Hmm. Honestly, bringing a bottle of wine over from France is a little prohibitive. I only have one or two and they're very expensive.
Yeah.
Oh, that's it, Mr. Darrow.
Hmm.
Would you mind doing some little thing for me?
Depends on the favor.
If anyone that is feeling like they're at their rock bottom or needed guidance, can you send them my way?
Well, it's a good thing you asked that in a bar. Yes. Sure.
Ah, thank you. That'd be awesome.
Oh, so you are starting your...
Yes, about time. She sighed really deeply.
Mhm.
Say, did Mr. Swarman stop by today?
Volman? Not really. Ever since that boxing club showed up, he stopped running around here trying to rouse the drunks to join his militia.
Oh.
I mean,
I see.
Instead, he's been, from what I hear, bothering men who like to punch things.
I mean, yeah. Just found a more convenient location, you could say.
Hmm. He's here every now and then during the daytime. But with the marketplace being right over there, it's where most of his guards end up guarding.
Well, yeah, it's still good to unwind, of course.
Oh, one more thing.
Hmm?
Do you still have way to pass a message to our associate?
Not until he's back in town.
Oh yeah, he's probably going to, like, could you tell him that I deeply apologize for my little episode?
I'll pass the word along.
And also tell him perhaps I can help him with his nightmares.
I'll pass the word along.
Thank you. That would be all.
Alright, well, let me know if you order anything to drink. He continues to go down the bar and serving drinks and talking to other customers.
Kristoff will shrug his then. And if all order of business is done, we'll just chat. Just retire for the night, I guess.
Follow him home. Take care of yourself, Benedict.
You take care as well.
All right.
Is Evelyn going to just stay at the monastery for the rest of the night as well?
If things are looking quiet, she'll, after checking with the neighbors, then she'll go and see Claudio. She doesn't want to wait too late because he'll be sleeping.
Yeah, it seems like a quiet night, so visiting Claudio was definitely on the cards.
Okay. She will do that.
Lets you into a space. Oh, that's Mary's not there. Lets you into a space. You know, no problem as soon as you knock.
Good evening.
Evelyn.
I was wondering if you had been invited to Francois' wedding in Fantasia.
I'm afraid the lad is none too fond of me. He's either not sent the invitation or it has been lost.
You see. Well, I shan't suggest you impose where you're not welcomed. Unless you want me to inquire.
Inquire away. I mind it not either way. I was not planning on attending.
How is everything going here?
Fairly well. I have returned from a trip to New Amsterdam 2 days ago. In fact, your query about books... I'm going to take a step back here. You wanted to see if Claudio could acquire you any books.
Yee.
Go ahead and roll me your resources.
How do we do that again?
You see how many dots you have in the background?
Resources. So many things on this character sheet. 2.
Yeah. Did I make your resources go up by 1?
Did you?
How? I think I
You
did.
said
I'm
people who didn't have resort go up by 2. People who already have 2
Ah,
resources
there we
go
go.
up
There we
by
have
1.
There we have it.
Yeah, I had none, so it became
Yep,
2.
so go ahead and roll that. If you have fortune, you may use it to increase the die roll.
I do not.
Okay, well go ahead and roll your 2 resource dice.
Oof.
I met an interesting fellow there, of a similar persuasion as yourself.
Look surprised. In what manner do you mean?
In that he's not alive.
Oh.
Yes, it seems that you are not the only ones to have made the crossing. I was intrigued by this. We had a lovely conversation. Eccentric fellow. I believe he may be Malkavian. Not sure.
Oh.
It could have just been an odd parlance or an accent. Very knowledgeable.
Did he have any particular reason for coming this way?
I broached the subject. He was cagey about it. Though, when discussion went to noticed tomes and arcane information, he seemed to be something of a well-read individual. It makes me suspect he may be of Clan Tremere as well. and a tribute of their ilk would have many reasons to hide their being.
Yes. But he was personable enough to you,
Indeed,
knowing that you were not a regular human?
he could tell that I was a ghoul, yes.
Hmm.
In fact, he approached me first. Wanted to
Ah.
see if I had been sent by someone.
Oh. What was
It
your
was a tense
response?
conversation at first. He thought I was the vanguard of an invasion or a blood hunt.
Oh. Did he, seem assured by your response that you were not there for him?
Well, I'm alive, aren't I?
Yes, well, he may have decided to let you go to follow you.
I was not followed, and our conversation turned pleasant. In fact, pleasant enough that he made it clear that he knows several individuals who he still has contact with in Europe.
Oh.
Ones to which he can acquire, well, things that pique our interest. Unfortunately, most of my funds were expensed in the act of simply traveling to New Amsterdam, so I had nothing to barter with.
But you have a contact for him?
Indeed, I know where to find them.
Well, she'll have to gather some funds for you.
He nods.
Have you seen Kim recently?
Kenrutai has visited
Yes.
once or twice to pay her blood dole and to ramble on about the things of the dead and the farm.
Yes. How does she seem to you?
Well, she's quite obsessed with this fish sauce she's made.
Oh.
I don't like the taste of it. It smells a bit like garum.
It's odd that she would be cooking since she cannot taste it herself.
Indeed. It's a
Well.
powerful flavor. It does not go very well with much of what we grow here.
At least it's keeping her occupied, I suppose. Well, if you notice her seeming more worked up than usual, perhaps, you could let me know. I'm a little concerned that she is not adjusting well to life here.
My dear, I'm afraid you may have encountered the bane of the Malkavians in your second mad companion. Benedict's affliction is obvious, sudden, and very pronounced. I fear Miss Kemrutai's is a slower, more insidious thing.
She's always been jumpy.
But it's gotten worse of late in your recollection?
It does seem, from what I've seen of her, I've not spent much time with her, I've been busy, but she does seem easily worked up, perhaps even more so than usual. But perhaps that's related to all of the excitement.
Indeed. I'll make note of it. It is hard to judge and gauge how insane a person is. But, well, I've undertaken stranger research.
Well, I would there were more I could do to alleviate her, but it seems this curse is beyond my knowledge. Perhaps someday there may be some way, but for now all I can do is observe and hope for the best. It does seem Benedict has not accosted anyone else, as far as I've heard. Perhaps something I've said has permeated the fog of their curse, but perhaps it's merely chance.
They are both fairly young kindred, younger even than you. Perhaps their master was less forthcoming with the weaknesses of their clan. Perhaps they will simply take longer to adjust to it.
Is that your experience of Malkavians? They become more sane over time?
My experience of Malkavians is typically trying to suss out prophecy and truths hidden in madness, and then either trying to kill them or them trying to kill me.
Well, let's hope it doesn't come to such, but...
Well, you're not being sent to eliminate them, so I doubt. Our former keeper often attacked those of that clan, those who served the seer, for she did oftentimes witness things that he desired.
Well, I shall keep my eyes upon her, as much as she's off far from the town, and I have my own issues to attend, but, yes. I'll gather some funds for you that we might have use of your new contact. I will inquire about your invitation, whether one is forthcoming, but I shan't go to too much effort, since you are not particularly inclined.
How to put this politely? Francois is a borer and a brute, and I don't care that he has found someone to have sex with.
Yes, but there are so few people to speak with at such a gathering of such a brute.
Ah! You wish to have someone to complain to.
Well, complain or discuss entirely unrelated topics.
If I could alleviate your misery by being in a smaller amount myself, then perhaps I could be persuaded.
You're too kind.
Very much so, it's unbecoming of me. I fear freedom has made me soft.
I shan't tell anyone, don't worry. Your hardened reputation is safe with me.
As is your viper's wit.
Yes. I shan't let anyone know that I have a sense of humor.
Oh, heaven forbid. Literally, I believe it would be a sign of the Antichrist.
Well, I have matters to attend, and I'm certain that you must need some rest, so good evening.
You as well. Alright, is there anything else anyone would like to do this evening?
Has someone told Mary about the situation?
No one's spoken to Mary since the time skip.
Oh,
Oh no!
Mary.
Since Evelyn's already in town, she might just stop by and see if Mary's home.
Okay. I'm gonna bring it back to the same setting, as they live nearby each other and they're in similar condition.
Mm-hmm.
You find her abode fairly quickly, and she lets you in and is excited to see you.
Mary, hello. Good evening.
Evelyn, it's always nice to see you. Come in, sit, take a load off, do anything you need. You want something?
I'm quite well,
bugger,
thank
I
you.
offer most of the mortals some tea. I don't.
Yes,
You can
no.
still smell the tea.
I'm quite. You need not go to the bother. No, I just wanted to see how you were and ensure that you're aware of a certain rowdy sailor going about town looking for things. Basically,
But
be careful.
Gabor mentioned that the last I spoke to him.
Yes. You've not been bothered?
No, not personally. From what I understand, he was poking his nose around the outskirts, places where it would make sense to hide people.
Hmm.
Dreadful business, that.
Well, there was the assault on Benedict and his club, I suppose you would call it.
Hmm. I hear Benny beat the crap out of him.
Yes, well,
It's honestly good. Not that he had to do it, but the fact that he did do it.
I shan't be endorsing violence, but yes, I suppose it was necessary at the time.
Well, that's the same thing. We all abhor violence. But if folks know that there's a bloke around who can handle himself, they'll be attracted to that. Not only will it be a deterrent for other thugs running around, but it means people will go into him to learn how to fight. People learn how to fight, they're more, likely to want to put that to work for Cohen. More likely to join the militia, more likely the town gets killed. More likely
Yes, and
people
then
will
we
stop
have,
listening to the lily-livered nonsense that the mayor spouts.
and then we have a town full of cocksure fellows dusting each other up upon small disputes over the fairest lady in the town.
Oh, well, I won't go that far. That's what a militia's for, to keep them in line, to get all that energy out in something productive.
I hope they're training them in discipline so much as violence.
I mean, it's the difference between raising a mob and a militia.
Suppose so.
Tools and drills. I suppose a drill is a tool.
Well, it's hardly my area of expertise anyway.
Honestly, not mine either, but... I mean... had a lot of conversations about it. And honestly, making it so Gabor, or Benedict, or Claudio has some more clout in town, there's nothing but good in my mind.
Yes. I suppose those men might be trusted with some power.
I mean... yeah, I'm not trying to help myself, but... state of society. Honestly, you've
I
got
quite
more than
understand.
Honestly, you've got a fair bit to pull yourself.
Well, that's part of the benefit, I suppose. But you have a finer line to tread. You do not have traditions and institutions to hide behind to legitimize your being untouched by time and fashions. Remaining unmarried.
Well, that's the thing. Eventually, I'll probably get married. I'm a widow. I'll have to look into trying to, I don't know, disappear for a while and come back as someone else. That seems tricky. I haven't figured out how you could do that yet. Maybe if I got a mansion somewhere out of town and became reclusive after I had a child and my husband mysteriously died. She shrugs. I don't know. I haven't given it much of a thought.
You have a few years.
More busy trying to make sure that Mr. Cameron is actually useful, or that we get someone who won't spend half the budget on a beater in charge. Don't get me wrong, it's a lovely thing. It puts us on the map of sorts, but you know what could take us off the map?
Think holes in the streets. Prisoners in the basement of the theater.
Brigands, thugs, and angry locals.
Yes. There must be the appearance of order for order to be enforced. But,
Exactly.
yes.
I mean, well, that and, like, I don't know, a big palisade wall wouldn't go awry. Plenty of wood.
Yes. Well, the theaters are wrecked. If there's no other grandiose project he has in mind, then surely there must be prioritizing of paving and such.
But there's still calls for an official town hall, roads, an entire dry dock. People want money spent in different places for many reasons. My main concern is security. Because a band of, 4 or 5 thugs managed to ransack and raid half a dozen trade caravans. What if someone got a bigger picture idea? Or, God forbid, someone with a crown on their head croaks in Europe and decides, well, I want that town across the sea. Why don't I send a boat and grab it?
Hmm. Well, if you have any ideas for how to persuade the mayor to prioritize things other than his own self-aggrandizement, then perhaps worth considering.
That's the thing. Something of a local socialite now. I'm pretty, I'm young, I've got some money, and I don't have a husband yet, so, you know, occasionally get some people falling after me. But Mr. Cameron is a dusty old man and not looking for a third wife. Getting a meeting with him is tricky. I'll figure it out.
Well,
Just gotta be careful about it. An indirect.
yes. The only thing worse than a single woman not attached to any man is a woman seen to be scheming.
Got my concerns for this Vorman. I've been leaning on him a lot. Helping him with his recruitment drives. I don't want people starting a rumour that we're having an affair. Unless I want a rumour of him having an affair, but that's going to hurt his chances of getting elected again. Or told.
When is the next election?
From what I understand, the town charter said that their terms are 10 years long. So in about...
My, that is a long time.
Yeah, about 4 years.
I see. Well, Something to keep in mind.
Hmm.
Well, keep safe. If you see any sailors poking their heads around anywhere, just steer clear as much as possible.
I mean, no offense, I tend to stay away from sailors anyway.
Yes, all for the best.
She nods.
Out of character, has anyone talked to her about the wedding? Was that invitation
You know that
before or
she's been
after we
invited.
visited her? Okay. I guess
That's
I'll
come
just.
up.
It has come up already. Okay.
Which is not
Just
invited.
that she was invited.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Do you attend? Do you plan to attend Francois' wedding?
Well, it's a good social gathering, and yeah, I mean, it's gonna be tricky getting the traveling arrangements going, and then finding a place to stay overnight. But if I could swing that, yeah.
Well, I know the priest who will be marrying them, and have arranged safe accommodations with his aid. So, should you not be able to find otherwise, perhaps I could help with that.
Oh, that'd be absolutely lovely. Oh, that's Evelyn. Oh, that's great.
Were you planning on bringing someone with you?
Well, they know that I'm unattached, so they didn't give me an extra invitation.
I see.
There were a couple of young ladies in town that were supposed to all go together. That they rounded up an escort for. A couple of blokes to guard us as we get there.
Hmm. Very well. Well, I should be getting back to my business, and I shall let you get back to yours.
I'll make time for you any time of the night, Evelyn. It's always nice to see you. I should come up to the convent more often.
Yes, you're more than welcome to visit. Please take good care of yourself.
About that, actually.
Yes?
How many old girls know what you are? Or sisters, I should say.
Well, out of character, her ghoul, I think, would know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if, like, the herd is like, they just kind of, they're not required to know, right?
No, a herd does not. Is not required to know that you are a vampire. They are merely people who have ease of regular access to and some influence over. So
Okay.
it's very easy for you to just take a nibble.
Well, only those who need. No? Why do you ask?
Well, it's just I don't want to get any weird looks when I call you Evelyn instead of Patrice.
Oh.
I've gotten pretty good at the whole skullduggery thing and cloak and dagger, but I don't want to have to put that up around you. I'm afraid I'll get all terrible and go, oh yeah, Evelyn, wasn't it a great time escaping an evil dog man in London, Evelyn? I won that back in the day. How about that crazy priest on a boat? Shot lasers out of his face.
Well, if you can keep your composure until we reach a private room, then there shan't be any issue. It is my domain. There is no need for fear of any faux pas, but yes, discretion is always advisable.
Well, let's say mum's the word, but I suppose sister's the word, eh?
Well, perhaps Mother Superior someday.
I mean, why not? It's your everything.
Yes, but there is a certain advantage to not being the figurehead. So, it may be that that falls to another and I am merely behind the scene, as it were. But we shall see.
Suppose we shall.
I must away. Take good care of yourself, and we'll speak again soon.
She nods. At the very least, we'll see each other for the wedding.
Of course.
And she walks you out, and practically to the corner.
Oh.
Evelyn will go back to her convent.
Alright. I will move time forward again. A day passes. It is now April 16th. 1 week until the wedding.
Oh boy.
Oh boy.
Is there anything anyone would like to do tonight?
Yes.
Also, remember to mark down spent blood and willpower and all that stuff.
Mm.
Time to go talk to the ghost. What the coin is about?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So, I guess we'll start there. Yeah.
Actually,
Are you heading-
I can
Go ahead.
go from home. Like, I'll ask, does Christoph has any plan today?
You wake up earlier than me anyways. So.
Oh, okay. Ezra form.
All right.
Actually, no. I'll go myself because I gotta go visit Claudio anyway. Yeah, I'll go by myself. Yum.
You're gonna visit Claudia first.
I'll go to the ghost first.
Okay. So you head down to the docks.
Yes.
You're entitled to a wits plus alertness.
Uh-oh. Paranoia. Oh.
Well. Sorry, it was wits plus awareness.
Oh,
is that
wits
the
plus
same
awareness.
roll, or-
Same roll. Ghost
Okay, well-
activity.
Yeah. Specifically for ghosts is your specialization.
Yes.
Uh-huh. Okay, let me just, that portrait.
A cat?
Wait, what the fuck? God damn it, motherfucking... Wait, there we go. It's strange, Kemrutai. This little orange cat has been following you for, like, half the time you've been walking through town.
A cat that is not scared of me?
Yeah, it's strange.
She sit down, she tried to pet. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, 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 meow. Meow, meow, meow.
She tried to call to it and tried to give it a pet.
It sort of looks at you. Its head crooks to the side and it goes...
Meow, 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 meow. Offers the hand. Let it sniff.
Look, Kemrutai, as you're looking at it, and... like, now that you're paying attention to it, it's strange. Its body language seems not like that of a cat's.
Ha.
Especially when you go meow 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 and start like offering your hand to sniff. Its eyes and like expression move like a person's. It looks at you like a normal human would look at someone doing something weird and confusing.
Aura read.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, the tens have it. Yeah, I think that's just 2. So it looks its aura is modeled in shifting colors, and it has this sort of light green, violet hues moving throughout its aura. The main color is this. Yeah, this. What was that? What the fuck was it set? Yeah, yeah. Yeah, 2 successes. It's a very bright aura.
Very bright.
Very bright. Like, very bright.
no.
There's something shimmering about it.
No sparkle, just like super bright.
You could call it sparkling, I guess. Maybe.
Huh? Like sparkling, like glitter, or just like super shiny?
You can't with 2 successes, you can't really tell. It's not normal, though.
Huh.
This cat's not normal.
What are you? You're not a cat?
Meow?
Here, I thought the cat would. You're safe with me. I can keep secret.
Meow.
Well, I know you're not a cat.
The cat rolls its eyes at you and goes meow.
I don't understand cat tongue.
Meow. It sort of shrugs a little bit.
Why are you following me, though?
Oh, one second.
He's
my
still
headphones are
sitting
doing
down,
something
like.
fucking- sorry.
Yeah. Still sitting down, like the crazy cat lady. Yes. I
Oh,
mean,
jeez. Right. We're in the middle of session 2. I'm sorry about this. Give me 1 second.
oh. Well, I would like to communicate with you, but I also have something that I have to do today. Have I seen this cat in town before, or is this the first time? Like, ever?
I think Hicken's AFK for a sec.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh.
My headphones had a little bit of a hiccup.
Oh. No worries.
Yeah, so what were you saying?
Haven't seen this cat before. This is like the first time ever.
This is This is the first time you're seeing this cat, you think? Yes, you haven't seen an orange cat with green eyes like this before.
Well, I have to go do something. Wanna come along?
Meow? It starts following you.
Can I pick you up?
It points a paw at you. Meow meow meow. Points down at its. It points like it's funny. It points at its butt, and then like its eyebrows narrow, and then it waves its paw back and forth like you better not touch that.
Okay.
And then it points at its belly as well, and then just it seems to be wagging its finger at you after pointing at its belly with its paw. Meow, meow, meow.
Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna touch your butt, and I'm not going to touch your belly.
She opens her arm, offering to pick up.
It hops up into your arms. It's funny too. It doesn't lay down in your arms. It's trying to sit up, almost like a statue.
Oh,
Wow.
I'll let her sit and I'll rub her back. You have no idea how much I love Cat, and ever since then, like it's been so many years since I last pet a cat.
Oh, man. A paw lifts up and it just sort of rubs the side of its head.
Oh, come on, let's go. We gotta go talk to some ghosts. Oh, they're friendly ghosts. They're really friendly ghosts. She just gonna keep walking and talking to the cat all the way to the boat. So, yeah, this boat it used to sink once, right? And there were some other people there before we bought the boat, and we became friends during our journey. And I'm trying to help them move on, and we encountered some new guests. Yes, so we're going to go talk to them today.
The cat looks up at you. Alright, this is fucking weird, even for me.
Wait, the cat just talk?
Yeah.
You can talk?
No. You're just mad.
Okay, yep. She's gonna get on the boat, activate her shroud sight and her tongue.
Okay, I assume...
I have to roll.
Well, you succeed both very well.
And that goes by view.
You're looking for Franz or the cloaked spirit.
Yes, either Franz or the one that the cloak spirit talked to yesterday to tell me something that I told him I'm coming back later.
Well, you find the cloaked spirit.
Oh?
I don't have art for it, but it is as I described before. It is a gaunt figure, heavily obscured by a shroud, carrying some sort of a walking staff that looks like an oar. Bits of its corpus are missing. An almost geometric pattern upon its face, and its cloak, and it has no shadow.
Oh. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, my deepest apology for yesterday. Yes, I had no power left yesterday, but now I'm glad we finally is able to converse.
You are strange for a necromancer.
Oh?
Such concern for those who are already dead.
Well, yes. Do the other necromancer not?
One does not earn a token like a Stygian coin for being cruel to ghosts.
Oh yes, this coin. Thank you so much. I do not know what it can do, but yes, thank you.
It is a very valuable object. The weight of a very soul. The currency of the Kingdom of Iron. A token of appreciation and favors to be returned.
Oh, she tears up a little. Just feeling good that somebody appreciate what she does.
The laws of the afterlife dictate that we do not interfere with the affairs of mortals, but you have gone far out of your way to aid in the affairs of the dead, regardless of the laws of Chiron. The boatsmen recognize this. The ferrymen recognize your service. The
I'm
Kingdom of
glad.
Iron will come here someday. Their roads are always carved across seas, mountains, and all places. Should you find yourselves in their company, that coin, know its value. It is a powerful bargaining chip.
I'll cherish this.
Are you sure you're a vampire?
Yes.
And you are far kinder than the ones in Italy. Or so I have heard.
Yes, the vampires in Europe are really scary. That's why we fled from them.
Well, okay. I'm going to be straight with you.
Yes.
I have not spoken to a thing from the Skinlands in several centuries. This is a bit unorthodox.
Oh,
Is that a cat?
yes. Well, I'm not sure. But this is the form of a cat right now.
Strangers in a strange land indeed.
Yes, they've yet to tell me what they actually are. But the whole time she's talking about the cat, she just keep petting the back and scratching. Well, I do have a question. Would it be okay if I ask?
Speak.
The other boat, the one nearby, I sense some presence that I'm not familiar with. Something that I had to avoid. It felt really unsafe.
That place. There is something there. I do not know what it is. It reeks of oblivion.
What is that?
I'll be making a journey tonight to gather the souls there, to bring them to Stygia, beyond, to begin their journey to the far lands. They are very unfortunate,
She nods along.
and I will not linger, nor should you.
Well, that's actually a relief. I was just trying to figure out how to get them out of there and find them peace, but to know that you're about to guide them away, I'm much more relieved now.
We ferrymen
Thank you.
bring the dead to Stygia, that they be counted, sorted, and sent to the far lands. The process has become convoluted of late, But so long as Chiron holds his end of the duel, such things will continue.
And is that what happened to Hans?
Hans. No. Hans.
Franz.
Yeah, there we go. Franz passed on.
Oh, so he finally find peace.
To a degree. Even we do not know what happens when you leave and move beyond.
I'm glad to hear. Yes, thank you so much.
If you have no further questions, I must prepare myself for the task at hand.
Is there anything I can do to aid?
No.
Oh. Alright, I will
Perhaps.
not hold you back. Oh,
Can you burn our
perhaps?
ship down?
That the case then. Yes, I will see it done.
That may be helpful.
Alright. And then she'll like nod really respectfully to him before she step out.
Okay.
Yes! Of course, Kristoff. Yes, she'll make her way out, still holding the cat. That's the cat seem bothered by this. She's gonna try to wipe her face before, like, she goes into the open.
The cat is currently a fluffball.
Oh, it's okay. Everything is fine. I'm just glad that I heard that my friend has passed on and find peace. He's been stuck with us for a while, you know, like the whole trip he was helping me converse with the others, even taught me German. And like, she just keep like shutting the cat up until like they get to
Wow.
Claudio.
As you approach Claudio's... No, he wouldn't leave. The cat wouldn't leave. Right. You go to Claudio's after that.
Yes.
On Claudio. Claudio. The cat is still with you.
Claudio, hello!
Miss Kemru Tai. Hello.
How you doing? I just heard
that
that
a
you came
cat?
back. Ah, yes. You're a beautiful cat, right? I really like orange cat.
And it's not had issue with you.
No.
He looks at the cat, then looks back up at you, and will roll his dice.
Uh-oh.
Well, I suppose stranger things have happened. Come in.
She'll walk over, find the spot that she usually sit when she pay her due. Claudio,
remember the topic we conversed about back on the boat?
We've conversed about many things on the boat. What in particular?
Afterlife?
Ah, yes. I do remember that.
Yes, I found out today that, there... You can actually find peace. My friend on the boat, he passed on. He finally passed on.
Common wisdom and several ancient tales do say as such, yes, that ghosts do eventually move on.
Yes. And yeah, they're the thing you told me. The ferryman and the other world beyond this is all true.
He pauses for a moment, gathering the tools, because he assumes you're here to give him blood.
Oh.
It-
Is it third time to pay though?
He just thought you came early, honestly.
Oh,
sets it down.
I just wanted to talk to you, that's all.
Oh. Well, I apologize then, and... I'm sorry, did you say that... Stygia, the Afterlife, Chiron, Hades, Elysium are all real?
Yes! I just had a conversation with a really, really nice ferryman, and he was really kind, and he's leading the soul to the other life, or the torment soul.
I was not expecting your dalliances with the dead to pay off in such an interesting fashion. Curious.
That just... It makes me feel so good. Makes me want to keep doing this.
You are a strange woman, Kemrutai.
Hmm?
Of all the vampiric clans of the world, but 2 of them have ever had major experience with the dead. Those 3. Not only that, you confirm my notions of the afterlife, and you come around walking with a cat.
Well, technically the cat was following me first. But then, yeah, the cat's been keeping me company. Also, I really like cats.
The cat was following you.
Yes! Well,
Has
the cat
done
didn't want to
anything
tell me...
strange?
Oh, yes. The cat didn't want to tell me what they are actually, but I don't mind.
The cat is not really a cat, then.
I don't think so. The aura is really bright. What's wrong?
The cat looks like kind of elbows you in the stomach, just like shut the fuck up.
Okay, I'm sorry. Scratch. Scratch your ears.
With your perception, you can see that Claudio has palmed a knife.
I'll get up and like try to hold the cat away. Is everything okay?
Kemrutai, I believe you have a spy in you.
A spy?
The cat yowls at him and hisses.
Are you really a spy? I mean, you're good company. Can I can't read thoughts. Oh, I can read aura. Yes. Yeah, can I do that? Is it like the scene's over yet?
You have the time to activate your oral perception.
Yes. Oh no.
The difficulty is 8, so that's a botch. No, that's
Oh,
one.
no.
Oh, no, yeah, that's a botch.
Oh, 0? Oh
Yeah. So, Kemrutai, you begin to try to open your eyes and see into the auras of the creature in your hands. And in a flash, you are blinded. It's like your aura perception goes off too well.
Ah!
walls don't exist. The ceiling doesn't exist. Space does not exist. Every aura in Freehaven, a visual cavalcade of color, flashes into your face and your eyes all at once. For the remainder of the scene, this is going to be a little bit of a challenge for you. Kemrutai has synesthesia.
What is that?
Your senses are cross-wired. You taste sounds, you hear colors, you see sensations, and you feel sights. The effect is you're going to be at -2 dice for the rest of the scene, but currently your senses are all crisscrossed.
Yes, she's going to look really confused.
Oh, well, buggering buggers. The cat leaps from your hands. Kristoff is going to throw the knife at it.
Oh no. Claudio, please no!
Claudio. That's 2 successes. The cat's going to try to dodge, and the cat's much quicker than Claudio is. Yeah, much quicker than Claudio is. And, well, considering your overloaded senses, give me a wits plus alertness to try and make sense of what you're seeing here.
Wits plus alertness -2 as well?
Yes.
Wits plus alertness. Oof. 5 dice. Already minus.
Oh, that's a success.
Oof.
It's 2 successes, actually. So in this whirlwind of seeing sounds and hearing colors and this overwhelming state of just what in the flying fuck, the cat that you've been carrying suddenly, after it dodges out of the way of a knife, transforms into a 5'6" man who is also still a cat in a blue suit with with the same red hair and a ponytail.
Huh?
Just give me a second while I find a token.
Huh? A werewolf?
In a sudden burst of motion, Claudio goes diving for the knife as this cat man sort of looks over you and says, "Well, sorry, love, it was actually a nice evening," and dives out the window.
What was that?
Claudio is running to the window, holding a knife. As I said, it was a spy.
A spy of what? Still looking around.
Well, if it was a were creature, it would have slaughtered us easily. Fairies.
Fairies?
Well, this is certainly a mess.
Oh no! Oh no! I thought just friendly cat. That may be a spirit of sort.
Oh, it was a spirit of sorts, yes.
But I didn't think he's a spy.
He
Why would
pinches the bridge of
anybody
his
want to
nose.
spy on us?
Because you're a vampire. You're intrinsically dangerous and powerful, and I'm I need to take precautions and cannot have time for this conversation. Ugh.
What are we going to do now?
You are going to sit there while I find something to fairy-proof my home.
Oh, talk about fairy proof. Lila told me you just throw rice at them. And you let the church bell ring and you should be safe.
I have no rice or church bells.
I carry a pocket of rice now.
Why do you Alcavian.
Because Lila told me to do it. She takes out a tiny pouch of, like, rice.
He takes it, looks at it. The rose, like, opens it up and scatters it out of his window.
Does it work?
I don't know. You said church bells work.
Yes. She said they're really scared of the church bell.
Well, then I
The
suppose
sound
we're
of
going
it.
to church, then.
Yes.
He grabs his knife, grabs you by the wrist, and starts dragging you
Apollo.
to Evelyn's.
Oh my god.
And with that madness, I think we're going to call it a session.